rap in this bitch. Coming at you, pre-recorded, then a motherfucker. So, today, man, so I saw this a few years back, and at the time I was like, man, that's pretty cool. I would want one of those, you know. But, you know, then I saw the price, and I'm like, I'm not gonna spend that kind of money on this shit. But lo and behold, Twitter recently cashed me out on all my stocks that I had of theirs. So I came up on just enough money to purchase this Harvest Right freeze dryer. So I got the smallest one because I was looking at the weights, and I didn't want to. This thing itself is like 60 pounds, I guess. With the pump, it's like another 30 pounds. The largest freeze dryer, you need to like have an electrician install it, you know, a dedicated 110 volt socket. So I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do that one. The step up from this one, which is the medium, which is I think like $500 more, just happened to weigh like 100 and something pounds, and I'll probably regret it now or later that I got the smallest one, you know, because I can only do 3 trays at a time. But yeah, man, I don't know how much shit I'm gonna actually be freeze drying. But I still want a freeze dryer, you know, so I figured, fuck it, let me get this version. It was still expensive anyway, so, but it did come with the better pump, I guess, than from back when I was looking at it originally, which required you to change the oil after every single freeze dry or whatever. This one lasts supposedly like 20 to 30, you know, instances or whatever before you got to change the oil. I didn't get the oilless one or whatever because I heard that one, it's louder, but it also, you still require maintenance on it, but you got to send the pump in or something like that. And it's like a $1,500 pump. So that would have added a lot more to the cost of the whole machine overall. So it's like, I'd rather just change the oil every once in a while. So anyways, let's get into this. I got this to, you know, this is like the accessory pack to go with it or whatever. And I removed all my deets and all that. But I just want to take a look at the freeze dryer itself. So I got the black one because it was a little bit cheaper. Maybe a few $100s cheaper, actually, than the stainless steel one. And, you know, black just looks cool anyways. But so let's go ahead and open this. So it does like a latching thing, but it also like seals it. So you can see there's this like rubber gasket thing to make sure that the seal is proper or whatever. And I got this through FedEx Freight. So they did their inspection and inspected by whatever the fuck that even means. 7, whatever. So this is the place where the little slots where the trays go, and you can see just by my hand alone that these are not the biggest thing. So I don't know if that was like I said, I'll probably regret it later. But again, how often will I really be freeze drying? If you can see inside, this like supposedly warms up the shit that's in here, probably for the dehydration process. You're supposed to remove this gasket here and then like kind of rinse it off, I guess. But also to move this tray system thing around here. Lord, I'm supposed to rinse this and replace it. But also, I don't want to like grab this the wrong way, but I'm trying to do this with one hand. You can see if you ever need to like clean anything in here, this is removable, and it's got like a little connecting hose or connector thing. And I guess if you need to reposition it, because when I first got this thing was like sideways and crooked. Probably, you know, shipping, obviously. So that sits there, and I guess you're gonna want those heating pads to be facing down into the food or whatever you're doing. So, can't use it yet because I need to supposedly do like a bread run. I don't know how necessary that is, but I'm gonna do it anyways just because it sounds like it's a good idea. Basically, you just take bread slices and you spray some vinegar on them, and then you run a cycle for like 8 hours or whatever to get all the machine oils and all the crap, you know, out of the machine, so that, you know, your first actual batch doesn't tastes weird or whatever. I also got to fill it with oil. Fill the pump with oil. So let's go ahead and crack this hole open here. Let's see what the fuck is going on. I don't have a knife. Damn it. As usual. Or do I? Let me see. Oh, yeah. So let's go ahead and go. So, ignore my millions of gallons of water. Go ahead and crack this hole open and see what the fuck is going on in this bitch. Alright, so, what do we get here? We get some oxygen absorbers, so packets of desiccant. 5 packets of 10 absorbers, so you get 500. So when you put your food in these little bags that you put them in, this will make sure that they stay dry. So I'll just put this to the side here. You get a hose. Oh yeah, let me, so on this side of the thing, this is where the pump goes. Like there's like a little hose, so just put that there. And then on this side, you gotta pull out like this little drain hose thing. And then from there, you see like there's like a little valve. And that's how you drain it, because after it thaws, or after you create like ice crystals in here or whatever, that ice has to go somewhere, and so it'll drain out. So you're gonna wanna hook this to like an acrylic tube into a bucket or a drain or something. And I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna keep this up here. This is just for this video because the pump is probably gonna be loud. So I'm just gonna put this shit in my basement and run it from there. I don't want it too far away from me, like in my garage, because then supposedly if there's like warnings or things like that, you're never gonna hear it, and then your batch will be destroyed or ruined or whatever. So I'm gonna keep it like in the basement. That way, if the like alarm bells go off or something crazy happens, I'll still be in the house, ready for it. So anyways, this is the plug and one of the hoses. I believe this goes to the pump, the oilless pump. So the pump sucks out all the, or it creates a vacuum, which I guess sucks out all the moisture and then condenses onto the sides of the shits. Here, what do we got here? Owner's manual. So I'll browse through that. Some firmware troubleshooting guide. I hope I don't have to do anything too much with that. We got 3 trays here, and these are stainless steel, I believe, or food grade, some shit like that. So there we go. We got 3 trays. As you can see, they don't really hold that much shit, but overall, I believe it holds 5 to 7 pounds of food, at a time per batch. Batches do take a while though. I think overnight at least. We got the three trays, so it's that's the thing. If you get a bigger one, if you get a bigger unit, pause. You don't have to constantly be running this fucking machine. I got some Mylar bags. So this is you put your food in the shit and label it. And I guess preserve it. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna be using, because it's not like I'm like a prepper. I'm not gonna be really prepping foods, but like I'm mostly gonna make like ice cream sandwiches, or like those strawberry things. Like for the cereal, the freeze-dried strawberries, shit like that. I mean, I'm hoping they could just be in a Ziploc bag, because when you get the cereal, it's just in a regular bag full of air and everything. So I don't think it's too big of a deal. It's not like I'm gonna wait 25 years to eat all this shit, you know what I mean? I just want, I don't want it to spoil in a week like strawberries normally do. This looks like a Brita thingy. So this is to change the oil, or filter the oil anyway. Go ahead and put this shit up in here. So, and then, what the hell is this? Oh, and they give you a little sealer. Good Lord, this is kind of heavy. To seal the bags, those Mylar bags. It's terrible camera work. I'm running this solo, by the way, so that's why camera work sucks. Let me get my knife again. Usually, if I can get a camera person, then I can be, you know, have two hands free. But it's just moi. All right, so this is gonna be a problem here. There we go. All right, that's a pretty cool looking sealer. And you know, another thing too, it's like I don't want this big ass thing in my living room with the sealer and the pump, and you'll see the pump in about a second here. So I want like a little station downstairs where I don't have to mess with all this, or keep this shit, you know, this mess all over my house, or, you know, in my living space. Plus, I don't want to hear that fucking pump running 24 hours or whatever. This came with a impulse sealer, heater, whatever. I don't know, whatever. Let's put this back in here. Does it come? Oh, it comes with extra strips. That's pretty nice of them, I guess, right? So in case you burn your strip out or something, sealing some shit up, you got a replacement part. So that was nice of them for $2,800. Actually, I got it for $25 total. It was on sale for Black Friday, so I didn't spend the full $2,800, but it's worth $2,800. Okay, so this automatically springs up. That's gonna be annoying. All right, heavy ass thing here. Let me set this aside. So I bought a loaf of great value bread because I'm not gonna use my good bread, and then at least I'll just have like shitty bread left over. But that's what I'm gonna do the bread test with. I got a spray bottle here full of vinegar, and I'm just gonna spritz the bread and put it in there and run the cycle. But man, it's already 12 minutes, so it's gonna be a long video. Unless I do some editing, which I apparently have to now. So that's the pump. I mean, that's the oil cleaning thing. I think it comes with a filter. There we go. So that's that. And let's get at this pump. If I can get in here. Actually, I may have to cut this. Give me 1 second. All right, now that that mess is out of the way, let's get into this pump here. So I'm just gonna, okay, I'll have a little look-see. What the hell? I don't know what the fuck I just dropped. There we go. And this pump is made in China. Oh my God, it's heavy. Let's go ahead and take this, get some oil. Supposedly some type of mineral oil. So that's good that they give you some. Premier High Vacuum Pump Oil. So their own proprietary blend, which I'm sure I'll have to buy or something. Otherwise the pump probably won't work as good as it should. Get your how to use this shit, owner's manual. And let's look at the pump itself here. There we go. Set this aside. And whoop, shit is heavy. I mean, it's only like 30, 40 pounds, but still pretty heavy. But this is the heart and soul of the machine. This is all the heavy lifting here. This is what, you know, does whatever it does. All right, so go ahead and take all this shit off here. I'll keep these desiccant packets for myself. Not sure what this. Gas ballot must always be open in order for pump to work properly. Pump must always be kept level. Do not tilt or carry while carrying or draining oil. Okay. And then whatever this says here. You're not going to use a pump for an extended period of time. Important that you drain and remove all the oil. You will need to tilt the pump forward to get residual oil and water out of the pump, back of the pump. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and put this near the machine itself. I don't know what the hell. All right. And this is where you add the oil. So you just get like a funnel and you fill. I don't know why is this big ass thing here. Maybe it's like a vacuum thing here. You're supposed to just hand tighten it like that. And then you got like a little gauge on how much oil, so you're probably gonna want it like in the middle or so. And I'm guessing this is to like drain the shit. I don't know. Whatever. Let's go ahead and move this here. Oh, shit. Alright. Oops. Pinching the damn cable here. Alright, so supposedly the setup here is you're gonna plug this into the back of the unit here. And hold on, I'll show you in a second. Alright, so you're supposed to, it's got its own like thing to turn on the pump itself or whatever. So you're supposed to plug this in here. And then, there we go. And you also plug in the regular plug for the machine itself. A little 3-prong shit here. Terrible camera work. The worst. All right. So there's that. And then you're gonna want to connect this little like vacuum hose thing to there. We'll go ahead and do that. Supposedly hand tighten. Alright, just regular hand tight, nothing crazy. And the other side to this part of the pump, same shit. Just hand tighten this part as well. Alright, so now I'm gonna add oil because this has very little. Let's go ahead and open this. And then I'm just gonna add the oil. And before I fill it with oil, before I forget, I'm gonna switch this to on. And I won't switch this to on, but I'll just leave the pump on. That way, when I do switch the machine on, I don't forget that the pump isn't on. Also, I thought I needed like a funnel, but it's too shallow here. So I think I'm just gonna try to pour it just straight into the machine. Hopefully I don't spill the shit out of, oil. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna try to do this without spilling fucking oil everywhere, but we'll see here. Luckily they didn't add too much in the thing, so I got a better angle to attack here. I'm just gonna go ahead and pour. Excuse me if until I see about the middle. I guess it takes quite a bit of oil here. Uh-oh. I haven't really seen the fucking thing rise up too much here. Oh, there it goes, there it goes. Got it. Oh, seems like a lot now. Well, I guess that's better than, I want it in the middle, but as long as it's not the maximum, I should be all right, I guess. All right, and replace this cap here. Big ass oil cap. Why it's like not threading properly, I'll never know. There we go. What the hell's going on here? It's having a hard time. Are you serious? I don't want to cross thread this thing. What the hell's going on? There we go. What the hell? hand tight and cap this oil back over here. Pretty much used almost all the oil here. Now I suppose I could turn the machine as, I mean, it's not plugged in, but at least keep it on because I have to rotate this whole machine now and put in that, what you call it, acrylic tube that I got here for the water hose outlet thing. So just a side note, I did drain the oil a little bit just so I can get in the middle. There's like a little valve here, and once you open it, you can just I put it right back into the container that it came from, just so I can get it in the middle. I didn't want it to be like too full. I don't know if it matters, but I wanted it like in the middle. So there's that. All right, now that everything's all set up, just got to plug it in. They say not to plug it into like a surge protector because it might trip the shit, but I don't know, man. I'm going to plug it into the surge protector because I don't really trust it going into an actual outlet. Just because if there's like, you know, a lightning strike or something, I don't want this machine to break. I'd rather just trip a circuit and ruin a batch than ruin a fucking $2,400 machine. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, look at that. Initializing. So I got to do some type of like break-in or test phase or some shit. So let me look that up real quick. I do need to see what the hell I'm doing. Here we go. First, before my first batch here, it says press the circle leaf logo in the upper left. Right here. Oh, touchscreen. So functional testing. Toggle on the freeze option by pressing the on/off. On. Uh-oh. So okay, I hear it sounds like a fridge. You should hear the refrigeration condenser turn on. Close the door and the drain valve. Oh yeah, I forgot all about the drain valve. I'll be right back. All right, so I attached the acrylic tube and I shut the drain valve, which is, I guess, this way. And this way would be open. Right? So shut that, and then we'll start the rest of the test here. So for whatever reason, the valve just doesn't want to stay to where that little, this part is on the top. So I just kind of rotated the little L thing and just ran it into here. Either way, I'm supposed to let this freeze for about 30 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that do its thing for 30 minutes. After that, I guess I turn the vacuum on. And then the vacuum pump should turn on. Then within 20 to 30 minutes, the reading will decrease until it's below 500 mTors. So right now it's a ton of pressure in there, but you want a complete vacuum or whatever. And then it says if it's successful, then you're all good. You can open the drain valve and it'll release the pressure, and if it's not reached, you gotta check for air leaks and all that. So let's go and check that shit out, I guess. So I'll be back in about, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. All right, this has been running for 40 minutes. So now it's time to test the vacuum. See how loud this fucking thing is. Yeah, that's annoyingly loud. This is definitely going in the basement. So I wanna get down to 500 mTors? mTors? I don't know. What is it? Gravities or something? I'll let it run its thing for a little while and see how long that takes, I guess. All right, it's been about 36 minutes apparently. I'm gonna go ahead and hit done. It's well under the 500 mTor, whatever that is. I don't know if that's gravity. I don't know what the hell that is. But I supposedly just hit done. And it's all good. So now I got to start my bread test or batch or whatever, so I can get rid of all the stuff. So let's go ahead and do that, I guess. Okay, I got the 3 trays cleaned, and I got some really cheap bread. This was $1 for an entire loaf, so I don't feel too bad. Using 9 slices. I'm gonna spray it with some vinegar. Okay. Spray it with some vinegar to moisten it, apparently. So we got moist bread. And I guess maybe this will help clean the insides too, or absorb odors or whatever. Go ahead and flip that. It actually smells kind of good. What the hell? I think I gotta try a vinegar bread one of these days just to see if it's any good. Maybe with some salt, like salt and vinegar bread. I don't know. The vinegar smells good though. I like it. I like vinegar. And do all it is. All right, now I'll get these trays in the machine. All right, got the bread ready. I customized the name, the succubus. I don't know, it's just because it sucks. I don't know. I know what a succubus is, like a demon or something. So hit start. It says load trays into the freeze dryer. Close drain valve. I already closed the drain valve, and because I ran the test, I don't have to wait the 15 minutes, I guess it takes to cool down. Usually it takes 15 minutes, supposedly. All right, so I'm gonna load the bread one tray at a time here. This is pretty exciting stuff here. All right, the drain valve is closed. I opened it earlier and it let out all the vacuum. That's how I was able to open the door. I didn't show that, but whatever. Go ahead and close make sure the drain valve is shut. All right, and then continue. Now it's gonna freeze, and I suppose I have to wait. Let me double check here. One layer, blah, blah, blah. Pre-frozen, 48 hours, 15 minutes of cooling, prompts you to load your food and close the drain. Load your food as soon as the screen prompts you. Do not let it continue to cool. Doing so could cause vacuum issues later in the whatever. Oh, is this cooling? No, it's going up in temperature. What the hell? Is it baking these breads? What the hell's going on here? Place trays in the shelving unit. Close the acrylic door. Turn the latch. I'm pressing the door. Make sure it's whatever. Press continue. The unit will begin freezing the material in the freeze dryer. From here, everything is automatic unless you get an error screen during the freeze drying process. It's safe to assume that the freeze dryer is working properly and operating as normal. It says freezing. When the food or material being frozen is cold enough, the following screen will appear. Your vacuum pump will automatically turn on, so it'll say vacuum freezing. When the food is cold enough and adequate vacuum is achieved, the drying process will begin as shown. So, all right, I'm guessing I just let this do its thing for however long it's gonna take to do its thing. So let's see you in the next rip. All right, this shit finally started vacuum freezing. It's been about 3 hours, I guess. It's probably been about 5 minutes when it started. So 3 hours and I don't know. I can't do math. What the hell? But yeah, so the pump went off. I guess all the oil is gone now or whatever. It froze the bread with the it's cold. It froze the bread with the shit on it, with the vinegar. And I guess now it's vacuum freezing, and then apparently there's another step after this. It's gonna start drying after this, so I don't know how long that's gonna take, but we'll see. All right. So I don't know, it took what, like 10 minutes, I guess, for it to start drying. Now that it's reached less than, I guess, 400 millitors apparently, and negative 23 degrees Fahrenheit. So now it's drying. It doesn't exactly say how long it's got left, but I guess it knows when it's gonna, need to stop drying. So I guess we'll go from there. Everything looks good, I guess. I don't know, this thing's running wild. It's not as loud as I thought it was. I honestly I was in the living room. I barely hear it. I don't know how annoying it would be in bed. Why is this all of a sudden? Why is this gaining in temperature? What's going on here? Why is it only 9? Why is the millitors going up? Oh, I get it. The heating elements, I think, are. But why is the? I don't know why the atmospheres are going up. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll see. I guess this thing knows what it's doing apparently. So hopefully it doesn't take like 10 hours to fucking dry. But we'll see. Harvest right, there you go. Well, all right. It's only been 9 hours, and it seems like this is done. Process complete. It says open drain valve to vent. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So just go ahead and I'm gonna check this bottle, make sure. Okay, make sure it ain't sucking in old alcohol. I guess this relieves the pressure here. All right, I guess I can open it now and check these breads here. Trays are a little warm to the touch here. So yeah, it just feels like, I don't know, it feels like dehydrated toast. So let's go ahead and take that out. Set these aside here. Trays are a little on the warm side. Not too bad though. I was expecting like uncomfortable heat. And that's it. I guess I'm not gonna. This is weird. It's just toast. Well, I'm not gonna obviously try that or anything because that's to get rid of all the scents. And then, as you can see, there's like, you know, ice everywhere. Fuck, I don't know if I should. I guess I could defrost it. It'll warm this up and then drain the shit. So let's go ahead and do that. I do kind of want to keep the drain valve open, closed door. Okay. I do want to, that's going to take 2 fucking hours. Oh, well. I wanted to make some ice cream bars that I had, so I guess I got to wait 2 hours for this thing to do its thing. See you on the next rip. All right, this thing has defrosted properly. I'm gonna go ahead and start a new cycle, and I'm gonna make my little ice cream sandwiches or bars. So this will cool the vacuum chamber again. Wait 15 minutes before loading trays. All right, and then I'll probably have to close that valve. See you there. It's been about 20 minutes here. This I don't know if that's cold enough. 67 degrees. Anyways, so I'm gonna load these ice creams. I'm only gonna do 6 because I figure I'll do a small batch just as like this is gonna be my test batch. So I'll close the drain valve and load this shit up. See what's going on. All right, drain valve's closed. I got my little ice cream strawberry shortcakes. They do stick up a little bit past the thing, so I'm a little worried about that, but give it a shot. Load trays into freeze dryer. I think it'll be fine just because it's not like touching anything. I'm hoping it doesn't like do something weird. Okay, looks fine. Close this shit here, continue. Freezing. Well, I mean, it's ice cream, so it's already frozen, but I guess it's gotta do its thing here. See the ice forming on the sides again. So, yeah, see you in I don't know, 15 hours or something, 10 hours, whatever. We'll see. It's been 13 hours apparently. I was at a Bears game, so I gotta drain the valve. Yeah. I don't know, man. Lord. All the micro torrents or whatever the hell. Now that that's done, I'm gonna put no defrost, I guess. I don't know if these are freeze-dried or not. We'll see. It's cold in here now. It's not hot like the other ones, like the bread cycle. Oh boy. These just feel like ice cream. Are these, this just feels like ice cream, man. I don't know if these are freeze-dried, to be honest. Maybe they are. Who knows? Maybe. I want to bite one. I'm going to bite one. Ready? What? Oh my God. This is freeze-dried ice cream. All right. Freeze-dried ice cream. What the hell? Anyways, that's my Harvest Right freeze dryer. Maybe I should defrost it. I don't know. Cancel. Defrost. I'm gonna let it defrost. Keep drain valve open. Yeah, it's open now. I'm gonna let it do its thing. Yeah, there's like a bunch of frost on here. Closed door. Continue. Well, let me see. Yeah, dude, there's like a fucking ton of... I'll let it defrost. But I've got freeze-dried ice cream now. 2 hours. Freeze-dried ice cream. What the fuck? This is some space... What are you doing? Focus. This is some space shit right here. Space. Outer space. No. This is amazing. What the fuck? Oh yeah, man. Freeze-dried ice cream. Still kind of tastes like oil. I don't know. Not enough bread and burning it in. Whatever.